for 99.5 PlayFM. It is now 7:09 in the evening. My name is Renzo.
And I'm Margaux.
You're hanging out with the Homerun till 9 p.m. And as we said earlier, we have a very special guest joining us. He's in the Zoom call right now. Margaux, will you do the honors, please?
Yes, please. Homerun, welcome former PBA player, motivational speaker, husband, father, friend, author of Ready to Rise, One Man's Journey from Paralysis to Liberation, EUGENE Tejada.
Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone in the Philippines. Margaux, it's been a long time.
I know.
Hope you are well.
I could
Renzo,
see that you're doing
nice
well.
to meet you.
What's going on, man? Nice to meet you. Thanks for being on the show. Thank you for taking time to talk to us tonight, man.
Oh, absolutely. It's been a while since I've been in the the Philippine eye, or ears now. It's the radio. So it's glad to be back and to reconnect with the people out there.
Awesome. And you know, it's a really early morning there in Arkansas. How are you feeling?
It's early. Considering I thought it was yesterday, and I woke up early, so it's 2 days in a row I woke up early. But that's my fault. No, it's not your fault. I looked and I was like, oh, that's my bad, because the day before I messed up with another person from the Philippines. I was like, oh man, I'm messing up, but it's all good.
Time difference.
Time is weird. Time is strange.
Yes,
it really
is.
So right now, you know, a lot of people know about that life-changing moment for you back in 2006. It was Mother's Day, I believe. And but for those who don't know, can you briefly tell them what happened to you then?
Yeah, Mother's Day 2006. I was playing for Pure Foods franchise there in the PBA, and we were playing against Red Bull. I went up for a regular rebound and I came down. And as I fell, someone fell on top of me and broke my neck and broke my C5, C6, which left me paralyzed from the neck down. And the only thing I could move were my eyeballs. What happened was it felt like a computer crashing. That's how I felt like my body. It felt like an electric shock hit my body, and my feet fell like they were by my ears and my hands by my feet, and everything just shut off. And I was instantly in tears, not because of the pain, just more of the shock and fear of the unknown.
For those who don't know, C5, C6, those are parts of your spine, right?
Right. Yes. Spinal cord.
Top near your neck, right?
Top to my neck. The higher you get, the more dangerous it is. Luckily, it wasn't a centimeter higher, or I would have lost a lot of my lung capacity, because everything turned off and I probably would have suffocated. So thank God that it was just a little bit lower, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. And I know that it was a struggle. Of course, you know, the journey 14 years since hasn't been the easiest for you, which is why you decided to write this book. And I know you've gone through, you know, this is your third draft, is it?
Third draft, yes.
Third draft. What were the first two drafts missing for you?
The first two drafts missing was, by the time I finished each book, I felt like I was not that person at that moment. First time I wrote the book was basically telling the story, and I still had a lot of darkness in me and bitterness. And by the end of that, I did not want that to represent who I was or who I became. And then the second one was trying to be too inspirational, saying that I was doing the work, but not really feeling what I felt like I was healing from. And when I finished that, it was just like, man, I still feel like an imposter. And this last version, I just really dug deep. It actually started 2 years ago, where I was not a person that can remember dreams or have visions, but then it was like 2 years ago, exactly on my birthday, that I was seeing a light that was trapped inside of me, and I had too much stuff on, and people would only get the glimpse of me, which I felt like that represented that's who I really was, and only people saw what was on top of me. And so I had to really strip away and get really raw and find those hidden traumas that I had to expose, and I wrote about it all in the book.
Yeah, I started the book already, and you know, I'm not quite done yet. But sure. You know, it allows people. It has allowed me so far to reflect on my life as well and how I'm living it. So, you know, is that kind of your motivation? What was your motivation when writing this book?
That's exactly what you said. I feel like everyone. Awesome. I feel like everyone is carrying something, whether they know it or not. And then we subconsciously think in a way that we're what we're supposed to be instead of who we really are. And I feel like people need to examine their lives and heal from those hurts before it affects you for the rest of your life. And this book is, I think, 3%, 5% basketball. The rest of it is just the whole transformation and the journey that I went through. So this is not really a sports book, but of course, what happened to me was in sports. So this is it's a life book. I mean, it's just a guide through my journey, which I felt like it could help people. And people always kept telling me, like I said, in that first try, I was such an inspiration. So I said, all right, if I'm just I'm just an inspiration by people just look at me live my life. What if I expose my life? How much more can that be? How much more can if I let people into my life and show my hurt and show how raw I was, then they can actually be like, man, if he can do it, I can do it. And it's just a choice. You have a choice to be happy or not. And I think at one turning point, I said, I need to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, that's great. That's great advice to live by. Now, I did want to kind of ask you what was kind of going through your mind. You know, the book released just recently, if I'm not mistaken. And, you know, I'm pretty sure it was a very cathartic and therapeutic experience to finally have it released, to finally have it out, especially after years of writing and drafts. So can you tell us what that was like for you as an author and as someone who went through this that day itself when it finally came out?
Oh, man, it was such a joy. I mean, I was having such a rough day because I'm a stay-home dad now, and the boys were just being a lot, and me still being injured, so I have a lot of limitations. But once the book came out, and I was just a sense of relief. Like, it came out early, and I was so like excited to share it to people because this is like what I've been doing for the past 8 years, is trying to write this book somehow, and it's finally here. And it was just a culmination of effort and heartache and pain and frustration and obviously joy that I wanted people to know about me. So I just wanted to let people know what happened to me, what happened to me after, because in the Philippines, especially in the Philippines, everyone was always wondering what happened to me. And I feel like it's time for people to really know who the real EUGENE Tejada is, not the basketball player.
Nice. Absolutely. Yes. And, you know, you did talk about the physical journey that you went, you know, it wasn't just internally that you had this journey and this growth. You've gone leaps and bounds as far as progress in your physical state. Can you share with everyone, you know, what was expected considering the injury you had and where you are now?
Yeah, when I first got hurt, the doctors were kind of hesitant to tell me the truth. And one day I was so frustrated. They were talking to my mom and dad, and I said, everyone leave. Let me talk to the doctors. So give it to me real, like get straight up. And I was like, what is my prognosis here? You know, they were just kind of like, well, if you work hard, you know, you never know what can happen. I said, no, just let me know.
Yeah. Don't sugarcoat it. Yeah.
Don't sugarcoat it. I mean, I'm an athlete. I can take it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, 4%. And you have 4% chance to ever regain mobility or even walk again. And I was just like, so that's 96% of chance of me walking again, not to walk again. And I was just like, oh man, this is gonna be hard. But in that moment, I was like, all right, the athlete kicked into me. Let's go to work. Let's go to work. But as I was trying to go to work, nothing was coming back. So that's when the depression really hit. And that's when, you know, the circle of friends that I had in the Philippines, and especially when I got back home with my sister, my family, my friends, they picked me up when I felt like I was alone and I couldn't do it. So it was them that helped me continue to motivate myself.
Wow.
And now, how are you?
How am I? I'm about 65 to 70% healed. Considered 4% chance. I mean, I'll take it. From 4% to 65 to 70, I'll take it. And what I have right now, exactly what I asked for after I got hurt. I wanted someone to love me for who I was, not who I am, not who I was, and to be able to have children, because with spinal cord injury, everything is off. So, I'll let you use your thing. So I would just wanted to have a family, and I have it now. And there's nothing else I want in life. I have a beautiful wife, 2 beautiful twin boys. I know God has a funny sense of humor to give me a rough life. He gave me twins right off the bat. And then I have a baby girl due in late February, early March. So this is it. And I wrote this book not to be famous or make money. It was just to tell my story. And if I can heal just that one person who reads it, that it was all worth it.
As the great Han Solo says, never tell me the odds.
Yes.
You've beaten
Star
us,
Wars, baby.
Clyde in our chat says, congratulations with 3 hearts, man. Lots of love from the PlayFM community here.
Yeah, and we're wrapping up. We wish we could stay with you all night for us, morning for you. But before we let you go, how can people read your book, Ready to Rise, and where can they find you on social media?
For people listening from in the United States, you can find it on Barnes & Nobles and Amazon. For the Philippine listeners, they can just get it on all digital platforms. Kindle, yeah, all digital platforms. And I'm trying to get it into the bookstores there, but we'll see how that goes. But hopefully it'll be in the bookshelves, or hopefully I can find a way to get it to people by ordering and they can get it delivered there. But I don't know the logistics of that over there yet. I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah.
If anyone has a hookup, holler at us so we can let you know.
Yes, I reached out to all my connects there, and they're working on it for me. So I have a lot of people still there supporting me.
Awesome.
There you go. EUGENE Tejada, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Home Run. Thank you so much, man, for dropping by. Ready to Rise is the book, available right now, digital platforms and everywhere. Order it now. And thank you once again, man. Hopefully you have a wonderful morning and rest of the week, rest of the month, rest of the year. Thank you so much.
Thank you, you guys. Thanks for having me, Margaux. Renzo.
All right, folks.
Have a good day.
Back to